Good afternoon, SuperTalk Mississippi, and you're tuned into your radio happy hour. That's the Good Things. I'm your host, Rebecca Turner. Now, don't forget, you can listen to Good Things. We are streaming live over at supertalk.fm, also streaming from that SuperTalk Mississippi app and your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. But don't forget to watch us, which you can do on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. Today, we're catching up with one of our favorites here on Good Things, Miss Nicole Smith. She's with the Mississippi Museum of Natural Science, and of course, they've got a great event for us coming up this weekend. So, hey, Nicole.
Hey, Rebecca.
How are you doing? You enjoying the warmer weather?
I kind of am. I just having that change of seasons makes me just enjoy them all the more. On that really cold day, I'm like, I'm going to really appreciate this cold day when I'm, in August and bone melting hot,
I know most of y'all's, critters are indoors there at the Science Museum or the Natural Science Museum. Does the snow or the weather, wintry mix kind of stuff interfere with anything y'all have in the back there, Nicole?
No, our ambassador animals are like indoors, and so they do kind of react a little bit seasonally, like they do when the days are shorter. They bed down earlier and things like that. But for the most part, they're pretty much on a schedule that we've set with them for their health and safety. So, they're fine.
If we couldn't all be a reptile at the Mississippi Museum of Natural Science.
Not everybody's a reptile, but those that are, they're hunkering down.
So we've got a fun event coming up. It's one of your larger events of the year, the 22nd Annual Fossil Roadshow. So it's been around for 2 decades. Obviously, folks are liking it. So what are y'all gearing up for this weekend?
I love this event. Like, I know that it's almost spring when the roadshow comes around because it's an event we look forward to every year. People bring their fossils in from across the state and sometimes from across state lines too, to get their fossils identified. We have experts. We have amateur interest clubs. We have, you name it. Like, there's so much happening here. We even have a guest lecturer. I'm really excited about our lecturer this year. His name is Chase Egley, and he is really quite the fossil shark expert, and he's doing a great program called Bite Club, identifying fossil shark teeth like a pro.
Where would you find, like, shark teeth? Would it be here in Mississippi? Can you find them in riverbeds or anywhere where it may have been washed up?
You can find them a lot of different places, yeah. Mississippi was under the ocean once upon a time, and so fossil shark teeth are definitely a part of what you can expect to see in our state. And, people actually bring the teeth they find in to be identified, like, all the time. So it's, like, really special to have Chase here. He's going to be giving a lecture during the event, like around 11:30 that day, and he's going to be showing us how you can learn to identify those teeth, and do a good job like that. So that's one of the many things happening. It's going to be very exciting.
If you don't have anything to bring, Nicole, is it still like come and see and learn?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of people come just to see what shows up, what's going to happen, what walks in the door. Like one year we had a gentleman walk in, and no lie, he had a sloth, a Harlan's ground sloth femur, and that's I don't know if you know much about those guys, but they are like big land
Did he know what it was?
Back in the day.
Or was it just...
It was a Harlan's ground sloth. You probably heard of the Jefferson's ground sloth. It was really enormous, but there was also a Harlan's ground sloth. And so a gentleman walked in with the femur of one of those one year, and that was huge. That's an Ice Age mammal we don't see a lot of, so that was like really exciting. And you never know what's going to walk in the door. People have walked in with bits of fossil whale before, some really interesting marine fossils. You never know. Like, it's a really exciting time.
You mentioned maybe like groups that go out and do this. Are there folks or hobbyists who get together and just on the weekends or one spring or pretty days, that's what they're doing? They're out looking for fossils here in Mississippi?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's a really great group called the Rock and Gem Club right here in Mississippi, and that's one of the many things that they do. They even have classes where you can learn how to do wire wrapping and make your own jewelry. And I mean, they're so much fun. It's a very intergenerational club. We have some in Alabama. There's the Alabama Paleo Society and the Birmingham Paleo Society. They have regular outings where they are looking for fossils, and they actively work with the scientific community to learn more about what they're finding. So it's like a good reciprocal relationship. It's so cool. There's always something to learn. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're in school or out of school. There is a chance for you to learn something new, and that's just beautiful.
If someone had something at home, Nicole, what would and they said, "Oh, this is just really cool." They found it in their backyard, or maybe while they were out, hunting, or who knows, just scouring the outdoors of Mississippi, and they've kept it because why not? It was different.
Of course.
Well, how do you know, if it's just from a neat rock or a neat looking something to, well, maybe there's something here? Are there any specific identifiers that may lead you to be more curious about what you found?
Well, I think one thing that inspires people to be curious is just to see something in an unusual place. You're like, well, what is that doing there? Or maybe there's a shape to it that's that kind of looks like the shape of a seashell I've seen before, but it's on the top of my very terrestrial property. What is this ocean-looking shell doing here? Whatever you have, you can bring it in, or bring the photos you have of it, and show us what you got, and we can help you identify that. I had one sweet lady one year. She had a closet full of stuff that her dad had collected, and he had not been in the world for a very long time, but she didn't know what to do with his collection, and she brought it in, and we helped her identify what she had, and she kept some things and donated some things, and then gave some stuff away to kids too as little door prizes. There were so many ways to share what we love, and I think that was really nice. And it had meaning for her. She learned why he was into that. She got to appreciate a little bit of that, and helped her connect to him, even though he was no longer in the world, and I thought that was really touching.
Does the museum have any favorite finds that are always kind of out for display, or that you guys take pride in terms of fossils that might come out during this event?
Yeah, special things to show off. I'm trying to think. I think the last time we had something really exciting, it was one of the hadrosaurid dinosaur femurs that was brought out, and now that's on permanent display. So for a while it would just come out during the roadshow, but now that's on permanent display. And I know George, who is our paleontologist and my sweetheart, I married him. I like fossils so much I had to marry the paleontologist. That's how that goes.
I love that.
He always has special plans for what he wants to bring out, and I'm not quite exactly certain which unique thing he's bringing this year. I know that he's been working with the University of Mississippi and the University of Southern Mississippi to bring out some of their unique things too.
Cool.
So, yeah,
it's definitely something fun to do. Okay, it's this Saturday. What's the lowdown on it, Nicole? How do we get tickets, or when should we come?
You just, this event happens to be part of your regular museum admission, so you don't have to pay anything extra for it. Just you pay admission, and boom, you get to come to the roadshow, which is great. We've got a great food truck that's going to be here, Hog Heaven. So if you haven't had their barbecue, you kind of are missing out because it's amazingly good barbecue. We have lots of stuff for the kids to do. It's this Saturday, 10 a.m. until 3 p.m., and stuff for the grown-ups to do, too. It's a very intergenerational event. So whether you just want to see what people are bringing, or if you want to just listen to the lecture, or if you're there to get your own things identified, we are there for you in every way. It's going to be just a gorgeous day. And if the weather's good, we're going to open up the fossil pile and let the kids dig for fossils, too. So it's going to be
fun.
Great.
And then spring break's right around the corner, Nicole, so put the museum on your to-do list. You guys are always got great things to do. Can they go somewhere to find all of your hours of operation and details?
Yes, absolutely. The easiest way to tell you about that is Google Mississippi Museum of Natural Science, and it will take you right to our website. We have so much going on this spring. It's mind-boggling. We have our Science Makers event, which is celebrating women and men in STEM and minorities in STEM doing beautiful things here right in Jackson. It's very exciting. We have our Pollinator Day event, which is like all interactive. So many things to learn about your native pollinators. That's right in the middle of spring break.
We're going to have to get you back for all of that good stuff, Nicole, and to talk hummingbirds, because I hear they're on their way back too. And you're my favorite bird nerd.
Yes, I am a bird nerd, and it's happening. I'm seeing them at feeders. They're here now.
All right, thank you for your time, Nicole. You guys stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.